There's the DarkSided guys getting excited, so yeah, there you go. You can see the yell as it comes in because it's on your screen. So that was the DarkSided guys getting excited. But our first matchup will be Mirage, DarkSided versus Tainted Minds. Loser of this is eliminated. The winner of this plays Chiefs in a best of 5 a little bit later on.
It's going to be interesting. Obviously, this first pistol round will be the setup for the rest of the game, really. Tainted Minds on the CT side. Just USPs bought. Of decoys, but mostly just the body armor. We are seeing the wood bomb with the T's make its way, affectionately known as BAPS now.
BAPS, yes, according to the call-out map. But Ofnu and Freak to push in under as an, oh my goodness, they're both taking so much damage. Texter picks up one frag. We'll get taken down looking for the return. That's the Tech 9 down as well. Good recovery from Tainted Minds in what could have been a very dangerous situation, that double push for them. DarkSided now repositioning over to take A. Judge getting the first point of contact, and he's getting himself one kill, looking for more. Sync is completely out of ammo, spraying away with the burst fire. And it's all left on the shoulders of Flicks. Frequent is low, but he's still got 3 mostly full health players to find.
Definitely. These are the sort of situations that really do define a player 1v4. As you said, only the one player tagged. Apart from Chuch there, 76, but not quite enough for a one-shot headshot at range. Maybe up close.
How does Chuch only lose 24 health with 2 people challenging at close range there?
I don't know about that. First thing in the morning, a little bit rusty. Got to dust off the cobwebs. But
no, mate, dust is in the map pool anymore.
That's it. A good start by APOC there. And we're cleaning up Flicks. And Tainted Minds will find their first, forcing DarkSided onto the Tech 9 and armor. Good start by Tainted Minds.
It is indeed. And DarkSided didn't get the plant there, so most likely they will go for, as you said, the Tech 9 and armor. These lovely smooths. Isn't it nice? They should go for the Tech 9 and armor. Yeah, I can see some Tech 9s and Badge. You're gonna. There you go. He's going to buy in the end.
Badge is confused.
Yeah, nah, he's all good. They've all got pistols out now. 2 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s, and a P250 versus 3 for Masters and M4 and a UMP. This is that change in the meta we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Going away from the UMP with its long-range nerfs and back towards a FAMAS. So you can have a rifle with that long-range capability and still being able to work with it in the close range. The only thing is, this is not a money buy for Tainted Minds. They've only got 1 gun that's going to give them that extra kill reward, and the rest are all rifles.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're probably just wanting to play it a little bit more safe. As you can see,
get the kills, not get the money.
Kyoto actually just fall back straight away, back to watch Murder Hole. He's going to clean up Texter, who was boosted up into window. So good choice for him to fall back. Those devastating effect of the Tech 9s really do come into their own at close range. Sync trying to battle it out on short against APOC, just tapping away with that from us. Nothing just yet. Chuch engaging down near Connector. We know how much the DarkSided boys like Connector in mid. APOC going to be cleaning up Badger and Dick Stacey trading out infrequent.
Ooh,
Kyoto.
Shot, Dick. Goodness me.
Dick Stacey taking out Chuch. Now left in the 1v3. Masters and a UMP up against him. Unfortunately, no head armor though, so he's going to be a one-shot. There's
that M4 though. And unfortunately, talking about head armor, all the CTs have it, so this M4 is not as useful as an AK would be in this situation, but it's a rifle. Better than the Desert Eagle, and there's a double peek coming. He does get 1 at least. But that was well played by Tainted Minds. Set himself up in the vertical crossfire. Very difficult to deal with, and Dick Stacey will not be able to do so. Making it 2-0 for Tainted Minds, and this should be a save out of the tees.
Yeah, definitely. Tainted Minds probably didn't want to drop that many players that early on, but they do only just have an eco to deal with, so maybe just get some SMGs. And it looks like they have full spread there, apart from the FAMAS and APOC, which are left over from the last round. MP9, what a beautiful gun.
In that last round, they couldn't grab that M4 that Dick Stacey had.
Yeah, that's true. Just had
to save it, and all right. Dick Stacey, what is... This guy's just fragging out right now. His deagle is ridiculously on point. It's a good Molotov to force Flicks out. Dick Stacey trying to pre-fire away towards these short players. Infrequent swinging out of Connector as well. All of Tainted Minds taking these fights in mid, with the exception of Chuch. Staying around the A site, staying around Palace as he has been. Everyone else has rotated over to help fight these Ts.
Dick Stacey's been so deadly with that deagle. I'm not surprised they're probably being a little bit more cautious now. Peek into this mid, obviously pretty much all of the Ts sitting out the top mid. Looks like they're probably going to fall back and try and start working something maybe towards the B side, potentially. Still hanging around. Still probably deciding where to go. Just under a minute left.
Yeah, none of this B nonsense. What they want to do is have Dick Stacey walk up here, get a pick if they can. Then they'll figure out where they're going. But still a very mid-heavy setup that they're going to be rolling with for now. See if they can find themselves a frag or 2. And really, he's the one with the Desert Eagle. Everyone else has Glocks. It's all on him. They need him to get some headshots, and they're going to be facing the Connector.
So I think from what we saw yesterday, if Dick Stacey and Texter really show up, this is going to be a tough game for Tainted Minds.
That was basically the two X factors. Tainted, Texter perhaps more, but definitely DarkSided had a good game as well. And here's Opnu looking to get some damage done. 3 kills and 4, all headshots with the UMP, all within 1 magazine. 25 bullets, 4 headshots. Beautiful discipline, lots of money.
That's beautiful stuff for him. Oh, and look at this overlay.
Damn.
We're getting fancy. Thank you very much, production. Beautiful
That's
stuff.
nice. Goodness me.
Apart from the fact.
Apart from the fact.
It was Greyhound game on the left side.
Don't worry about that.
In any case, here we are seeing pretty much the full buy come out from both teams. A little bit lackluster on the money for Tainted Minds there. Almost getting the pick on APOC. He's going to fall back.
DarkSided wants this fight.
Yeah, he's being very aggressive, isn't he?
Basically where he went in the first round as well. He's going to keep going this way. And again, it's a mid-take. Player through unders, player in T-spawn. DarkSided is still a very mid-centric team, but not being as hasty to run through connector this time, which is the thing that sort of got them done in yesterday. In fact, it's going to be a beat here now, flushing their players in the ladder room, so they can take window to Chuch. So close to the frag on Flix. That's unfortunate, but Flix, well done to take him out. Got the picks of damage away with that, and there's a pick for APOC too. This is an inferior buy for Tainted Minds, with the exception of that AWP and M4. Infrequent with the AWP, Kyoto with an M4. Those are the players you want to have the big guns, as those are the guys who are stepping up. But DarkSided now, with 50 seconds left, going to reposition. Still got the bomb in towards mid, and it looks like they will be moving over towards A, where there's no CTs. They're actually playing retake.
Yeah, as we can see, we got Kyoto right in the back.
His badge the distraction.
CT. Oh, great tap by Badge. Going to be finding out off now. It's going to probably force a rotate, as we can see. Yep, Kyoto and APOC heading towards that B site. Now it's just infrequent, that AWP sitting near CT. He's
falling back as well. He's out.
This is where they need to hit. They've got to get this timing absolutely perfect. They smoke off CT. It'll be good, but Flix getting picked off early. Infrequent using that AWP. Devastating effect. Finding Sync as well towards A main. He's being flashed out. Needs to find one more. Can't get the shot on Badger. He's pushed, and the Molotov is going to burn him out, and Badger will finish him off as well.
This can't be planted. There's no time for Badge to do this. Is that they're taking too much time, and they had no utility, I don't think. A single smoke CT or even a flash would have driven Infrequent up, and Kyoto picks up Badge after the time. That is no money. Have a look at that, 700 bucks, nothing invested. Can't invest anything. That means that his team, they can force pistols, but they can't do too much else. I mean, the guns are alright. We'll worry about the names later. Looks nice, doesn't it?
I'm surprised Badger didn't actually didn't buy up a Deagle or something. He would be forced into a double eco anyway.
Yeah, well, the rest of his team, they've already lost 2 players. They're challenging A ramp, and Infrequent is more than ready for that. He picks off 2. This is the sort of round where Tainted are just going to mop them up. They don't want to lose any players, and they'll just get them rolling a little bit, get some momentum their way, some confidence their way. All 3 players are now towards A for the remainder of DarkSided. And Badge, if he pushes here, he's only got a Glock. Thanks for showing us that, mate. He's only got a Glock, and he's running into an M1 with no armor, and that's what happens when you do that. There's Infrequent with his 3rd kill of the round, and it's all on Texter. And Chuch wants that money. He will get it as well. Left low, but not down. 3 kills for Infrequent, holding down the A side. That is sort of performance I need from him. It doesn't need to be superstar Flix. He just needs to hold his position, get the kills, and he's an AWP that's very capable of doing that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we see him just absolutely lock down that site. Previously, getting a couple of kills, making DarkSided actually run out of time in the end.
Here comes a mid execute.
DarkSided, they do favour that mid side quite a lot.
Do you believe that's a smoke for short and a smoke for mid window? Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. And they're up through con. Alright, we're back to the same old strat, guys. If it ain't working, if the new stuff ain't working, try something else. And no, that's the bomb dying in a Molotov. That is no good for DarkSided. Infrequent will get caught out of position. DarkSided doing what he can, spraying through the smoke, but not quite able to find Kyoto. Makes it a 3 versus 3, though. Good recovery. There's Ofnu taking a frag onto DarkSided. Impact frag are gone for DarkSided, and okay, I thought APOC somehow got that kill, but Kyoto saves his teammate's life. Sync at Firebox, almost on fire. Has 3 players to deal with. There's no one in CT just yet, so he's safe for now, but Kyoto spotted him out, which is going to make his time in this round quite difficult. Still a minute, a flash, and a Molotov to play with. He's going to get some kills here, and a good angle from APOC, and an even better shot. Makes it a 6-0 for Tainted Minds, and they're excited about it.
They are very excited about it. You can see in that right corner, getting pretty pumped. The boys should. A good win for them, good start. 6-0 the lead. You've got to be pretty confident going forward on this one. Obviously, it's DarkSided forced onto another sort of armor pistol buy.
Oh, indeed, and pretty much the same setup from Tainted Minds most rounds. They're not actually putting the AWP mid that much. Letting Infrequent stay around CT on A. It does seem to be his preferred position on this map. It's where he is most of the time. He's getting a lot of frags doing it, so why not? The main thing is, I suppose the other reason they're not playing an AWP is DarkSided. Every time they go mid, they always smoke out the window anyway, so the AWP's just going to be useless.
Yeah.
So as it is, put the AWP in the A side where it can do some work, and here's Kyoto stepping up with some frags. The bomb is down, and APOC has been killed, so there's something in this for the T's at least. Infrequent. He's so close through this smoke. He doesn't know it. His timing is not good. Sync is pushing him. Infrequent has to hit this shot very quickly, and he can't do it. That is an AWP for Sync, and a rifle that could change the course of this round. 3 versus 4 for the retake, and there's Sync posting up with that AWP, but he's going to get flashed out. Has to worry about the flanker behind him, and that gives the rest of Tainted Minds a little bit more time to move. Sync's going to go busting through the smoke, hit one shot, trying to fall away. It leaves Kyoto in a terrible position, and Sync picks up that as well. 2 versus 1 for Offnu. Not much time. He does have a kit. Wait, Sync's out. Oh my goodness, no option's going to get on the bomb. Does take down Texter as well, but now there's no time to defuse. If he could have stuck that there, he would have been okay. Sync will die to the bomb, but he gets a 4 frag in the end. Very well played. And that's a round for DarkSided finally. On an eco.
Yeah, very well played for them. As we can see, not quite enough to damage the economy of Tainted Minds all that much. Infrequent able to grab another AWP. I feel like that was brought up probably from another teammate potentially. But no, good stuff by DarkSided to claim their first round. And on Eco, we've seen that quite a lot. A lot of these sort of half buys have been doing work for a lot of the teams in this series. A ridiculous amount of those happening.
It's just a little bit of overconfidence from the teams on the anti side of the anti-eco that tends to give those away. That was the case last round as well. But now back into a 5-on-5. Full guns available. And DarkSided still taking mid, as they always do. And it looks like this will be a pretty similar thing to what they've been doing all day yesterday, what they did in the last round that worked. And if taking mid and going con works for you every time, why not? They do send a player out B as well. That B player is just looking to make sure no one's pushing B apps. So it's set up, it does counter some aggression from the CTs as well, but the whole goal is to get over onto the A side here in Chutch. Trying to find the angle over this smoke. Texter's looking at him. Whoever gets the first angle through the smoke when it fades will be crucial, and it's Texter to hit the headshot. Bomb's going to rotate to come around through T-spawn. Actually going a long way. Going to leave Texter and con and make it an A main hit. So they are changing things up, DarkSided.
I guess I want to try and get those smokes down.
Well, normally, yeah, it's the bulk of their forces through con, but now they're heading over through A main instead. So most likely going to smoke out CT. If anything, you've got to smoke out CT. Flick's going to smoke himself out of Palace. DarkSided should be getting some utility out in a second. Texter is in a fantastic position, but not good enough. Offnu closes him out. And that is all the hole that the T's had in this bomb site gone. Now they have to retake everything. Infrequent. Right, blinded. That Molotov not going to hit him either. Now he's flashed out. The T's, the full rotators here. They've only got 15 seconds left. This bomb is going to be very difficult to get down. There's 2 frags for the CTs. A rare missed shot from Infrequent, but he will hit the second wallbang. And now it's all on Sync. 6 seconds left, and he can't get anything done. APOC takes him down. And the death of Texter in jungle there was a big blow to DarkSided. He was their insurance policy inside the site.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if he could have got himself in jungle, it would have made the retake much more difficult. But unfortunately, not the case. Because it's now just going to be the pistols for DarkSided. 4 Deagles and a P250. Now, Dick Stacey, I'm assuming, he's actually going to go Palace. He's changing things up. I thought he would go chair in mid and fight short. That's what he's been doing most of the time. But instead, he's in Palace. And if Chutch isn't ready for this angle, Dick Stacey might pre-fire him.
100% Offness obviously spotted out a couple of players towards the B apps. The apartments there. Gonna get a good Molotov down. It might be a little bit deep, but it might catch up a couple of those players. APOC coming from short, taking out Sync. Getting a little bit overconfident with his push. No one to trade him out just yet. So his unarmored opponent's no match for the headshots of the M4s or any gun really at close range. But he's going to often just whiffing the shot on Badger there. Readjusting, avoiding the flash. He wants to try and get this headshot as quick as he can. He knows APOC is sitting on short, and a great bit of damage and a great headshot by APOC. Fantastic marksmanship by him. APOC really locking down this B side.
Yeah, I mean, apart from that, I was going to say Offnu doesn't even have a kill yet, but he's just been locking them down so well. They haven't been able to move out of fear of him, and now Chutch will get 1, but it's 2 frags for both the B site defenders, nothing for the Deagles in that one, and that is a reset for DarkSided.
100%. I mean, not looking all that good. They probably want to be stealing this round away if they can. They've done it before. That's how they claim their first. So I'm confident, but they've got the smokes and the utility to be able to block off as many line of sights as possible.
Here comes the set A smokes as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fairly quick, I believe.
They'll just slow down a little bit, waiting now. Just going to have one player watching the ramp. Texture inspecting the wall. Playing any flash, but it's more fun to stay inspecting the wall, and here comes the execute. They've timed this A main smoke well, the CTs. Judge is going to get a Molotov out as well. He'll be playing under Palace, where he's been for a few rounds. He's looking for these frags, finds himself one at a Texter, gives himself away, but there's no one coming from Palace. He will get caught out in the ladder, though. In the meantime, it's Infrequent, charming in from CT with the AWP. Badge has armor, and that M4 behind M4 to use, so possibility here, but the smoke not well placed for CT. That's one of the problems with Mirage, really. And Badge is getting, or Flix even, is getting shot at from just about everywhere. Almost finds the one frag, but Infrequent with the pistol will come through and save Flix. Bomb down for DarkSided, but only the one kill.
Infrequent getting a little bit jiggy with the sprays there.
They're fun. They have a little bit of personality to the game.
They do.
But
it's like that got to go that we had yesterday in Cache.
Yeah, on like match point.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, not from Flix, I think. That's the problem with Mirage as well as a map, is all the gaps on the side, it's a fraction too big for one smoke to cover. So there's going to be a hole in them pretty much somewhere.
Yeah.
So either you can sit on the side of the stairs and look over the smoke that's there, or you can sit in CT like Infrequent just did and look under that one. Unless they're completely pixel perfect placed, there will be holes in them, and that's just the way this map is laid out, unfortunately. Either way, only one player mid for DarkSided now. It's Flix trying to make as much noise as he can. He's the only one there, but look at the commitment. There's 3 players from Tainted Minds here in mid because they're used to taking mid so hard, and Opnu has to fight for his life on the B site. Only finds the one. Finally, here is the change up from DarkSided. They make it look like they're going full mid, but they only send the one. And it puts Tainted Minds into a retake.
Look how low these players are. Texture and Sync. 18 HP is going to get taken out by that grenade coming out of market. Only Sync, 8 HP. Dick Stacy on full.
He's looking the wrong way.
Be careful of Chutch here though. Kyoto taking him out from Sync out. Dick Stacy having to drop from sight to deal with this pressure from market. He's going to find Kyoto. Doesn't know about Chutch.
Oh,
he does hit it,
oh my goodness, Dick Stacy.
What a shot.
Right,
and another one.
Okay, defuse the bomb. We get it. Thank you. I honestly thought he would have been killed by I thought he was going to get killed by the Apps player and he would have stayed fighting the second market player. That flick was beautiful. And every bit of damage like that is going to keep the economy low. I mean, at this point, if you're up 10-1, you'd think the team on 10 would be over $10,000, right? Nobody is.
I guess it's just
Kyoto's on 2,300 and Chutch's on 2,900. That's exactly it. There is well enough money on the other players, Tainted Minds, to be fine, but they're nowhere near as economically dominant as they could be, and that's just because in most rounds, there's still kills coming through for DarkSide, as we've already seen a 1-to-1 in this one.
Yeah, exactly. They've been able to trade onto sides, but I think it's probably just more the retakes have been causing absolute hell for them. Tainted Minds able to push onto sites, Molotov off players, and get clear positions very quickly. They just play the retakes very smart, whereas DarkSide is just not able to, I guess, have that post-plant utility, often getting flashed perfectly for his teammate to take out Texter. Dick Stacy will trade it out, however, so left in a 3v3 situation. Plenty of utility left on the map. Should be able to, DarkSided should be able to make something work.
Got to be careful of APOC in mid though.
Yeah.
Just lurking around here. Looks like they have a good idea of where he is, but a good shot onto Dick Stacy. Sync and Badge combined for the trade. Makes it a 2-on-2, and the CTs have to play 1-1 now. Which means that no matter where the Ts go, as long as they go together, they should have a 1-2, a 2-to-1 fight. And now they're faking out A. That's the smoke for top connector that they use. It's going to bounce down and block that off for them. Unfortunately for them, Kyoto is all the way up in Palace. He'll hear it, but he won't see exactly where it is. Yeah. So he's not going to bother calling for the rotate just yet. He'll leave Infrequent where he is.
Absolutely.
And they've decided to go back to it. I thought they were going to go B.
Yeah, some interesting mind games coming out of DarkSided here. If they can clear out apps, which they don't really have the time to do.
Surely they're not going to go market to B.
No, they've only got 20 seconds. They have to commit to this bomb site now. But if Kyoto hears that bomb plant...
She will.
Definitely will.
It's planted safe, though. Yeah. He's not going to swing out and try and stop it. He's just going to stay in Palace, wait for his teammate to come over and play the 2v2 retake as a 2 versus 2. No point making it a pair of 1v2s.
I assume that DarkSided assumed that it was a 2-stack on B, but no, they've been proven wrong. Kyoto coming out of Palace, taking out Badger. Sync now.
The bomb's planted for him. But there's still a smoke on the CTs as well. As soon as they find out where he is, they can just drop that smoke in front of him. Infrequent gets a little bit too aggressive, though. And that's the smoke going. Now Kyoto's just got to take this fight. He gets in close, and it's won by Sync. Well played. Had a Molotov on the bomb to cover himself as well. We'll be able to grab that AWP.
No, he didn't.
Oh no,
he dropped it.
Was spamming E. Spamming E and he got counter-strucked.
Oh no, that's
the most annoying bug. For those who don't know what's happening, if you're not an avid player of the game, you can use E to pick up weapons, and sometimes if you're spamming E to try and grab a gun before timer runs out, like in that situation, the game just thinks, oh, pick up key and drop key is the same, even though they're not. So you just drop your gun, and that's rough. They win the round, but that would have been helpful for their economy.
No, it's a costly blow as well, because it means there's one less AK as well on their side. Can you see the
They could have had 5 guns.
100%.
Because it means that Badge would have been able to drop, even if it was only a UMP, he would have been able to drop something for Flix, use the AWP himself, and they would have had 5 guns at least. Whereas Flix is going to be limited to that Tech 9.
Well-timed Molotov, so keep these boys out of apps for as long as they possibly can. Yeah. They're going to have to get up close with a lot of these weapons, that UMP and the Flick. And Tech 9 and Flicks.
The UMP and the Flicks.
Yeah, the Flicks.
Yep. Can work. Dick Stacey's in mid clearing it out for his team, but again, it's this, we're going to fake mid, and we'll send one player late A, it looks like. It's going to be Flicks to run in there, try and catch him out while they're rotating, and or make some noise. Dick Stacey's trying to get him, find him out in mid, but Tainted Minds have given up that aggressive 3 stack they held. For a more standard setup, and there's Dick Stacey finding his way up short. APOC caught out.
Touchshot are going to trade him out from connector there. So
should have an idea it's a B hit though if there was a player all the way up short. And now it's Offnu on the site. Has a lot of players facing him. Finds 1 kill and a second. Offnu stepping up on the B site. Goes 2 for 1. That's exactly what you want in that sort of situation. Ideally your site players should go 1 for 1, but if they can go 2 for 1, that's even better. And that makes it a favourable situation for Tainted Minds now. 3 versus 2 on the retake.
100% Offnu really did do his job, and you can't really ask too much more of that. Infrequent coming from market. Sequence scope out any close playing. A good Molotov out from Badger. Trying to deny that position for as long as he can, but Chut's going to shut him down pretty quick. It's just Flicks left on short. He's going to find an AK. Molotov in hand. Try and get that on that bomb.
There's no smoke. Oh, there is a smoke.
There is a smoke there.
Oh, he threw it straight in it as well. That wasn't even a smoke on the bomb. It was a smoke next to the bomb, and he threw his Molotov straight into it. Oh, that's rough. But it's another round for Tainted Minds. Well played indeed, and they're up 11-2. DarkSided has to take an eco here so they can get a full buyout in that last round of the half. They're all around the $3,000 mark with the exception of Dick Stacey, who's grabbing a deagle again. Oh, no, they're...
No, it's the Force. The Force...
It's not even a full Force. Flix is fully bought. No, it's such a late call.
It's a very late
DarkSided will eventually get their money together, and Dick Stacey ran top mid, went for a 1 dig, and Kyoto shuts him down from the window. I feel like that decision needed to be made a little bit earlier for DarkSiders now. Their money, they're going to be on this buy again next round. But I suppose you've got to try and break the momentum a little bit. And I guess their plan is to have a clean round here, be able to steal a few rifles, replace what they cannot steal, get a better buy into the last round of the half. But at this point, Kyoto's already found himself the first pick. The remainder of DarkSided are all committed towards A. That's Grenade on the feet of Sync. Maybe doing 50 damage because, I don't know, I feel like Grenade should do more damage. Either way though. Molotovs are out, smokes are out, the execute's coming from the DarkSided guys. They've dumped all of their utility with the exception of 1 smoke and 1 flash into this. They've got to get this bomb down and then try and win some aim duels. Infrequent's looking for some spam through the smoke and he's getting rushed out. He will find 1 with the P250 and his teammates are here to save him. It's all up to Badge and Flicks. Badge gets 2 kills in CT, makes it possible, but APOC and Offnu find the trades. 3 players stay alive for Tainted Minds. They'll be happy with that. They'll be able to jump on this bomb, get the defuse through. And they're on the brink of a 13-2 half here.
Definitely are. Almost a repeat of what happened to them in against Chiefs.
Is that infrequent? I think it might have been. It looks like he's having a good time.
Was.
Well, Tainted Minds very happy. This is DarkSided's map pick as well. So moving on into Cobble, I feel like this one, if this map cannot be recovered by DarkSided, I feel like we're facing a 2-0, but we'll see. Maybe DarkSided went home last night and did some heavy Cobble stratting.
Yeah.
It's always possible. I know Tainted Minds definitely were talking on Twitter last night about how they wanted to go home and do some strat work, change their setup.
I think they probably had to after that Chiefs game.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate grenade for Infrequent, but that's okay. He knows it. Look at the amount of CZs in the CTs as well. Interesting to see 3 CZs rather than 5.7s.
There's quite a lot of people that are taking use of that sort of almost one-shot guarantee, that 1 kill guarantee you pretty much have with that gun up close.
With the CC, I don't know, man. If you're a bad player like me, it's definitely not a 1 kill guarantee. It's a whiff all 12 bullets and be sad about it guarantee.
I feel like these guys probably have a better grasp on their aim than you probably do at the moment. So
everyone, me, mate. Very possibly. Either way, though, It's going to be this same A split coming in from the T's. DarkSided are in a good, Tainted Minds are in good positions to deal with this. APOC eventually helps out with that 1 kill. Infrequent, this is the hole in the smoke I was talking about. Crouch through and look under there. Often pre-fires his way into underpass and gets 1 more kill. DarkSided will grab 1 through the smoke onto stairs. But APOC spotting the elbow of Badge and fragging. Oh, Offner actually stole that one. APOC takes down Flix. And it's DarkSided in a 1-on-4 to try and get at least 1 more T-side round for his team. Good headshot. DarkSide's been fragging well here so far, but not enough to be able to take down Tainted Minds. And Offner 21-7. A 13-2 first half.
Almost a dream start for Tainted Minds there. So they've got to be happy with themselves. They're looking very calm. Also having a bit of fun at the same time. So
they're having a good time. Everyone's just having some refreshment there. We've got a range of G Fuel, Red Bull, and water.
That's it.
Nice synchronized drinking going on by the 2 players at the end.
Yeah, pretty much. Sponsorships. Here we come. DarkSided on the other hand.
Got a bit of a pause happening for DarkSided. Maybe Flick's trying to sort out an issue there. Saw him take his headset off. Figure out exactly what's going on. But DarkSided are down by 11 rounds. It's not the ideal situation, really.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened on their map. Do you see the tongue waggle on the end there?
I didn't, but I...
Who's second on the end there?
Second on the end, that is Church. So it's APOC, Church, Offnu, Infrequent, and Kyoto, in that order.
There we go. I'm sure there'll be some reference to that in the Twitch chat just there. So,
is there like, does Twitch have a tongue emote?
Possibly.
I don't know enough about Twitch emotes. Spend all my time on broadcast, not in chat.
Exactly.
Not even all my time, just the time that I'm not going to continue with this point. You get what I mean. 3 players in mid. Actually, 2 of them straight into underpass for DarkSided. This is aggressive. It's Texter and DarkSided, and Offnu challenges. Gets his head taken off. They found out 2 CTs, so that's good info. That said, the remainder of the CT is looking to rotate over to A. This is a very early call from DarkSided, but it's one that I like. They find a kill towards B. They know that Tainted Minds' natural response to that will be. There's 2 players there. There's probably 1 on the B site. Let's go A. And they've got a lot of players over here ready to deal with it. Now they've just got to find these shots. The bomb hasn't come out of Palace yet. And APOC's actually... Okay, I thought he was going to go over towards the B ramp, but he will be rotating back through T-spawns. This will be an A hit eventually, but DarkSided, whether they stick with it or not, for now they've made the correct call.
Did they have Badger taking out Infrequent back up on the...
It's called Tetris,
what's
mate.
It called? Tetris, yeah. I found the words eventually.
Because if APOC picks out, you see it looks like some Tetris blocks. Here comes the push from the T's, though, and Badge under Palace only finds the 1. The T's coming in, ducking, trying to get under his shots, but it's a 2 versus 4. Make that not quite a 2 versus 3. APOC runs out of ammo. Leaves Flix on 1 HP. DarkSided will win the fight against him eventually, and now 6 HP on Kyoto, needs 4 kills. There's 1. And there's another tap actually onto Flix through the wall, but it's synced to take him out eventually. 2 players stay alive for DarkSided on a very well played pistol round.
I feel like when you see Kyoto going off like that, he's 17 for 7 at the moment. As you see those 2 frags, you start to really believe that he can finish that off and claim that pistol round, but unfortunately not able to finish it off and grab the 14th. So DarkSided find their 3rd, but a long slog to go. 10 rounds to just equalise Tainted Minds' score. 11 to even get above them.
Now it's Offnu challenging mid with the Deagle, challenging DarkSided, so we've had a bit of a role reversal here. It's been Dick and DarkSided in mid with the Deagle. The last half, this time he's being challenged, but he's not peeking, he's playing it passively. Tainted Minds looking like they will be going over to A. Just got to go send 1 player back through T-spawn and grab that bomb. Flix will hear this reload in Palace, but Chut's already out. Is Chut's going to check under Palace? No, he won't. That could have been a free kill right there, as Flix might have been distracted by the Palace guy, but he checks it. There's a trade at least Infrequent onto DarkSided, but it's 2 for 1. Good grenade onto APOC as well. So this is what I was talking about. How does that grenade do 80 damage, and the other one that we had do 50, but it was like the same grenade?
Because armor.
Because Counter-Strike.
Because Counter-Strike. That's. I feel like that's just...
What sort of armor protects you from a grenade?
I don't know.
Anti-grenade armor, obviously. Infrequent looking for a Deagle frag on short, but he's going to get pushed by Texter, who has that M4 in hand. Kyoto almost finds the kill. That's one that could be traded for APOC, but no, it's Flix to get the return frag in the end. Upgrade to a Deagle as well. And that was a well-handled anti-eco by DarkSided. Tainted Minds will be on the eco, and they'll be looking to get guns out in the 4th.
Yeah, these are sort of the gimme rounds, so DarkSided not too uncomfortable just yet with these rounds, but...
T side, where are they going with this? It looks like they're going to hard nade mid.
Yeah, get that short smoke going down, cover their approach, and then just nade it up.
There it is, and they miss. Oh, no, they do get some damage in, but one of them was just a fraction too low, bounced off the windowsill. That would have been a guaranteed kill there on Dick Stacey if they could have got the third grenade in, but now it's Badge rotating over with the M4, and they're mopping up. Badge and Tex are killing pretty much everyone. You thought Kyoto might have hit that shot, but no. It's Badge on 3. That's on 5 HP and often challenging long range, but Texter pulls out the USP, pistol round version 2.0, and ends him. Makes it 13-5. This should be a gun round, though. This is the first test that DarkSided have had since that pistol round.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the damage come out. The DarkSided, 3 of their players were so super low. It's just unfortunate they just couldn't close out those kills. Tainted Minds couldn't close out those kills to do some economic damage, but as we see, full AK buy, and pretty much a full utility buy coming out of Tainted Minds now, so they got a lot more to work with. Not just measly pistols. They're able to really push these CT players back out of their positions. But
it's a double push into Palace, and Apoc's been found out. This is the problem for Tainted Minds here. If DarkSided are going to do this, just continuously get aggressive elsewhere on the map and be playmakers to find themselves first picks, it's a difficult thing to deal with. And it means that Tainted Minds are going to have to start getting aggressive themselves. Or at least be watching for those pushes. They can't be pushed into playing DarkSided's brand of CS. They need to play their own.
100%. We know Tainted Minds have the capability to open these sites up. You know, so you got Infrequent, Ofnu, Kyoto playing absolutely incredible CS at the moment. But a great headshot, as I say that. Infrequent taking the head of Sync clean off. Badger going to be trading off somewhere else on the map there. Texer going to be contesting these B players. He's going to find 2 though. Kyoto and Infrequent going down. Chudge trading it out, but he's going to get cleaned up by Dick Stacey in the end. It was almost so good for Tainted Minds, but they just got absolutely destroyed falling onto that site there. Texter holding his own, finding 2 frags on the site and then towards Van. So absolutely crucial plays and really impactful frags coming out of the DarkSided players.
Look at the KD starting to come back as well. 13-16 for Badge, 12-16 for Texter. I think Dick Stacey somewhere around the 14 mark. They've obviously been heavily negative all game, getting 13-2'd, but they're starting to pull it back now, and their side holds are very, very good indeed. I mean, Texter finding the 2 headshots there against fully bought T side, that is crucial. Good Molotov as well. These little T's can't push. Dick Stacey keeps himself safe for another couple seconds so he can peek into mid. There's Badge picking out from short to trade him. DarkSided are looking good as a unit. They're playing their trades, they're playing their crossfires, and they're winning their own duels. That's what they need to get themselves back into this game.
They're playing like an absolute real cohesive unit there. Texter finding Ofnu in mid. Kyoto in frustration trying to spam that. Oh, he will get found out though. Texter finding a second frag. Netflix will find the last Napok as he tries to desperately claw his way onto that side to get the bomb down, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. These DarkSided players too good at holding these angles at the moment, especially against those eco players. So on 7 now, it's a little bit more, it's not as bleak for the DarkSided team, and we've seen that in the past as well.
Not as bleak, but this is a gun round for Tainted Minds. This is where the change-up needs to come in. And it comes in the form of mid-control. They've got a smoke in the window, and Dick Stacey's pushing it. He does this a lot, and Infrequent was ready for it. Something that Tainted Minds, DarkSided fall back on frequently. Try and catch them out if they're going to go mid. Good utility usage to keep Texter back as well. They've got the man advantage now, they just need to keep it. And Apok needs to be careful, don't push him in Palace. Instead, it looks like they will be walking into A main. And he won't be able to hear this at all.
No, he definitely won't. It's good information as well for the DarkSided players, having that A main clear, but they do need to be careful of that Palace player. Badger has been playing very well from this short position. There's 2 so close to him. Touch and it's Ofnu there, yep. So close, just peeking out, seeing if they can get any information as to where these CT players are sort of holding.
They're pushing T-spawn though. If any of them runs, Apoc's going to hear it and be able to call it to his teammates, but Flix is going to be on the push, and there will be no information. Tainted Minds have no idea this is coming. Flix is going to be able to get the bomb. Look at that. It's not, nobody's with it. They've left the bomb where they think it's safe. If Kyoto can hit this frag, they're fine, but if not, if he gets caught out, which he will, the bomb's gone.
I don't know, it was around the corner. He wouldn't have seen the bomb.
Flix didn't see it, but it's still something that concerns Tainted Minds. They don't know if he did or not. Then they've got to try and play it as if he has.
Yeah.
It's a 4 versus 3, so still a good situation for Tainted Minds. That one could have been much worse than it was. And I can only assume they'll take B here, as they do know that one player rotated back to A through their T-spawn. There they go, straight up short onto B, and Apok coming through the back lines has found himself Badge. Player behind him in CT, but Sync's not peeking it. Sync and Flex looking like they might just group up in CT and save. This bomb gets put down on the T side. Yeah, there you go. The B side even. Going to be saving. Unfortunately, that last pick means they won't be able to challenge this retake as much as they'd like to, but they have armor, they have kits, they have some utility, and they have rifles. All things worth holding on to. This does mean, however, Tainted Minds will take 14, only 2 away from ending this first map.
Yeah, it's funny to imagine that if Flix was to push in just that slight little bit more towards sort of the mid-ramp.
Or if he'd let Kyoto get away and try to sneak in behind him.
Yeah, this round would have gone so differently. He would have had full control of that bomb, take out Kyoto, put that bomb right out in the open, set up a crossfire with the remaining CTs in it, and clean up Tainted Minds. But Tainted Minds will find their 14th. Not playing out the way DarkSided really want to. So
might be in trouble here.
Yeah, that's a good piece.
Oh, he's actually going to go over. Oh, no. This is the jump. Could have found the frag there. But you can see Sync was ready for it. He heard the jump. He had his crosshair aimed up near the top of that fence. And had APOC come over that wall. Might have met his doom. Doesn't happen, though. DarkSided still have the money to be able to get another buyout. Flix is on 10K, having purchased $3,400 worth of stuff. So he'll be sitting pretty happy right now. There's an AWP on badge as well. This is the round DarkSided need to get going again. If they can, they will reset the economy of the T side, put them back down onto pistols, and allow themselves to get further into this. If they lose this round, DarkSided, it's 15 for Tainted Minds, and that is a big spray from Texter, finds both. And so few bullets as well. Gets left low and eventually dropped by APOC. Infrequent this Molotov is a good idea, but it's a little bit too late to catch out Flix, who will fall back to safety in a 3 versus 4. Not much map control for the T's. A very aggressive APOC trying desperately to trade out one. Actually got one there as well. And Real 6 Days was behind him, but it's all on Kyoto, 1 versus 3.
This could have looked so good for Tainted Minds, and it almost does. Kyoto, I believe in this dream. Flix is so low.
He's playing Ninja. He's going to wait for Kyoto to plant here, but there's a minute to play with. Kyoto, I can't assume, will be hasty here. He's going to take his mind and check everything, but there's the peek from Flix. Here's the pre-fire coming in from Kyoto and decides to check it. A valiant effort from the T side in the end, but DarkSided will stay alive. Fortunately for them, fortunately for their hopes of comeback. And with that much money spread out amongst the team, they will be able to get drops out.
Yeah, it's still a very long slog for the DarkSided boys, though. They're looking a lot better on this half. I think with CT, they've really found their edge.
Badge has just been smoked out. Oh no, it's just so short. He's going to get a Molotov over the boxes. The scope up on the close side of that smoke, but has to worry about T's being everywhere. I don't know what that orange glow was through the smoke. Was that the Molotov?
Oh, possibly.
That's weird. No challenge in mid just yet from Tainted Minds, though. Instead, spreading out, playing for picks. They've got a player in A ramp, a player in Palace, and then the rest towards B. Kyoto's going to line up a smoke. It's very possible this is a fake, actually. Oh no, those smokes are for A. Or for mid. There you go, those smokes are for connected by the looks of things. I can't actually see exactly where those landed, but it looks like Con. Now they're going to rotate all over towards A, but Flix has spotted out the player Palace. The smokes will give it up.
Good Molotov.
Very good Molotov, getting in deep to slow Tainted Minds up. I almost would have thought that if you're going to throw A smokes from over there that maybe you'd go B, but they will regroup with their teammates. And Chutch coming in through the bottom of Con. He's the crucial player here. If he can walk in and get this backstab, be very important indeed.
If they're quick on this, and obviously Badger's going to be finding infrequent there. But Tex is actually all the way back in CT now. Oh, it's good opening frags. Often you're finding Flix, and APOC finding Badger.
All the way in jungle.
Tex to get flashed out. He's going to be the crucial player here. Can't stop the bomb going down. Can't find Tex to Chutch finding Sync. Now it's just Dick Stacey left. This guy's been a fragging king in the last couple of days, but 1v4 might be a bit of a stretch. He needs to try and keep these guys away from match point, and it's a good start. Finding Chutch. The other players towards A main and one in Palace. He's not going to be able to find the headshot on Kyoto. Tainted Minds find a match point. Now 1 map closer, or almost 1 map closer to
facing Chiefs again.
Facing Chiefs again, and I'm sure that's something that they're possibly dreading, but at the same time, it's
not dreading. It's an opportunity to play the best team in the region, so I'm sure Tainted will be relishing that. And all these guys are good friends. You know, we see them all talking after the games or just hanging out, having a good time.
Exactly.
It's, win or lose, these guys are all going to be mates anyway. So why not have a good game against your friends?
That's what Counter-Strike's all about.
Unless you're playing matchmaking.
I'll spend matchmaking, and then everyone hates you.
even if you're in a 5 stack, your teammates probably think you're making mistakes. But Kyoto's going to be lining up this same smoke again. This time, I wonder if it's an A committal or... See, what I thought they were going to do last round is what I think they might do here. Show bomb in B apps to draw the rotates over and then go B. But no, the bomb will be rotating instead. Sync would have been ready for them to push apps though, so it's a good thing. It's fortunate for Tainted Minds that they didn't. There's one rotate over to B at least, but Texter's close in connector. And this is a position where Texter will either get completely found out or he'll get like 2 or 3. It's just the kind of guy, kind of player that Texter is in this position. It's going to be on Chach. Will Chach be checking it? He's not checking the corner. And there's a free frag for Kyoto. He'll be able to reposition now as the rest of Tainted Minds pour out through A. Offnoon drops the bomb so it doesn't go down. That's smart. Smart play. Don't want to drop the bomb to Texter. Nick Stacey's going to get smoked out. We'll be jumping up on Ticket straight away, trying to fight long range with this UMP, but he should be spammed down by the AK-47s, and off to will get the bomb down safely.
Do a single bit of damage, just there. Infrequent going to be finding Sync in connector, and it's all on Dick Stacey now.
There he is.
He's the only stopping person, and Tainted Minds will take the first map, take Mirage, which was DarkSided's pick.
16-8 in the end.
Yep. And what map are we going to next there, Tim?
Cobble. We are going over onto Cobblestone, which is a map that Tainted Minds are really fond of. We know that.
Yeah, definitely.
DarkSided, I thought they would be fond of it, but they didn't. For
context, possibility.
For those who missed it, we did say DarkSided had been banning it for months. I was having a chat to them on Friday on the media day, and they were saying, no, we've been working Cobble. We're gonna let it go through veto, and we'll see how it goes. And it went, I believe it was, what, 16-6? Yeah, 16-5. Not quite.
16-5, not a good performance.
So, not great. Didn't go all that well for them. So now, Tainted Minds are picking it. DarkSided. They'll be starting on the CT side, I believe. One of this T-sided picks they did the other day. I might actually be wrong on that. Looks like I'm not noticed CT side. Just to check. We have many pieces of paper on this desk.
That's how we're going to spread out absolutely everywhere. No, that is a much better start for them. Honestly, the CT side, you're kind of taking that, I guess, some of that pressure off you early on. It's a bit easier to sometimes hold sites if you, especially from the performance we just saw from them on Mirage. You know, although not able to find the win,
CT was much better.
CT was a lot better than their T performance, and I think that's going to be crucial if they can set up an early start, get the confidence built up, win a couple of pistol rounds and some anti-ecos and whatnot. They'll be in good stead for the rest of the match. But it's still going to be an upward slog for them on the back foot now.
Yeah, because if you're a team who's going to, like DarkSided did yesterday, pick T-side on your opponent's map pick, it's because you're confident, because you want to get rolling and then give yourself a good start and then finish out strong on CT. Didn't go well for DarkSided, though.
No, definitely not. We just saw time and time again they were just being shut down. We saw the pistol and I think it was the anti-eco at the very start were perfect. We saw some great executes coming out from DarkSided.
They just got shut out pretty much every other time.
As soon as the gun round started coming in, it was very one-sided towards the end, and really they only kind of grabbed a couple of key rounds every now and again and managed to sort of do some economic damage, but overall it wasn't quite enough. So Tainted Minds playing very well right now.
So it's Cobble and Cache, the remaining 2 maps, if DarkSided can take out Cobble. Now it's worth noting, just on a statistical note, because I've been doing a lot of those. Is that a word? Is that a thing?
What?
Statistical?
Yeah.
As in statistics-based?
Yeah, statistical is
cool.
a word.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I use it, and I was like, wait a minute. But the only map that DarkSided have a better better win-loss ratio on is Mirage.
Yeah.
Their win-loss on the other maps, DarkSided are 1-1 on Cobble because they always ban it. Tainted Minds are 4-3. Overpass, Tainted Minds 6-2. DarkSided are 5-4. Admittedly, one of those wins was that 16-14 against Greyhound yesterday, who are a very, very good Overpass team. But, I don't know why I have head-to-head for Overpass when it's on Cache, to be honest with you. I only just noticed what I was saying. I'm like, hold on, why have I got that? So
that's okay.
There you go. It's good to know. If you want to know their Overpass record, now you do.
Now you've got it. DarkSided, I think, as a team right now, and we saw the performance against Greyhound yesterday. They're able to get those key frags, and especially if we're seeing those bigger players like your Dick Stacey, your Texter, if they're popping off, then the game's a GG. And as we saw against Greyhound, it was a mop-up. But Tainted Minds right now, they are looking so sharp. They've had a rest. They're not having to recovering from yesterday's games that they had, and they're just looking a little bit fresher out of the box now. So it'd be interesting to see how they perform on Cobble now that they got fresher heads. Yeah,
I mean, that first game doesn't fill me with hope, I'll be honest, but their CT side does. Their CT side was good up until they got overwhelmed by Tainted Minds on the A side there in the final stages of that game, and they just couldn't get anything else done. So Cobble will be the map when we get there that decides all of this. And if Tainted can take that out, they'll claim their 2-0 in this series and book their seat against the Chiefs, and that game will be a best-of-5. Now, the best-of-5 format that we're doing, because it's one map advantage for the Chiefs, I believe, it'll be banning a map each, then pick remainder. And that remainder map is the one that won't be played, and that'll be the one map advantage for the Chiefs. So that neither team actually loses a pick, and therefore it's fair.
Yep.
I believe is how it's operating. So if it is Tainted
right
Minds, if it's Tainted Minds versus Chiefs, it'll be Mirage and Nuke that are banned. Chiefs always ban Mirage, Tainted always ban Nuke. If it's DarkSided versus Chiefs, it'll be Mirage and Cobble that are gone, and everything else will be played. And that's the real issue with a best of 5. You've got to have a really deep map pool. Even with a one map advantage, you've still got to play at most 4 maps. The team coming through, either Tainted Minds or DarkSided coming through the lower bracket, need to win 3 maps. The Chiefs need to win 2, and it's a maximum of 4. Obviously, it can go 3-2 either way. So it's a lot of maps to play. If you've only got 1 or 2 good maps in a best of 5, you'll be found out. In a best of